And he has 5 to 7 minutes. Okay. 7 minutes.
Fellow Toastmasters, distinguished guests, I'd like to begin my speech with a few quotes. Failure isn't final, but failure to change might be. John Wooden. Everything you want is on the other side of fear. Jack Canfield. Only those who dare to fail greatly can ever achieve greatly. Robert F. Kennedy. With each new endeavor we engage in life, it is common to feel a plethora of emotions ranging from excitement to anxiety, elation to depression. The only thing that is not disputable is the fact that no matter how you feel, the thing that you aspire to do has the possibility of failing. This is a reality facing billions of people daily, whether it be a child in the classroom, entrepreneurs trying to start or maintain a business, or the President of the United States running our country. Many of the people who dread trying new things feel that way because of a fixed mindset that they aren't good at something. Or, if it's not broken, don't fix it. Fear of failure is something that's understandable, but by no means is it an acceptable way of thinking. This leads me to my message. You will fail. Yes, you will fail. I know that doesn't sound like an uplifting message on its face, but if you think about it, it's inevitable. It's bound to happen to all of us. None of us are free from failure's grasp. But what I've come to tell you is that it's not your failure that determines your destiny. It's your reactions to those failures that will ultimately decide how successful you are or are not only in your current and future endeavors, but in life. As a teacher, I'm called to teach a room full of people that don't know anything about something, everything about that subject. That's difficult. And sometimes I don't do as well as I would like to do. Do you think in those situations it'd be okay if I just walked away, quit my job, decided I'm not good at this? I can't. So what do? I go home, I dust myself off, I pray to God and say, please give me another way to reach these students. And I go back to school the next day and try to reach those students. Now I'm sure that in your current job, you felt similar feelings of ineptitude. We beat ourselves up when we feel less effective than we know we can be. With that in mind, we leave our homes every day, knowing that opportunities to fail are all around us. Yet, we, the courageous ones of us at least, bound through those doors in hopes of accomplishing something. Regardless of how grand or menial the task may be, we still take that chance. Time has been littered with the examples of people who've used failure to propel them to higher heights than anyone ever imagined they could. A few examples. There was once a little boy who was not able to speak until he was almost 4 years old. His teacher said he wouldn't amount to much. This little boy grew up to become one of the greatest geniuses in history. He actually won the Nobel Prize for his scientific contributions. His name was Albert Einstein. A man was fired from his job at a newspaper because they said he lacked imagination and had no original ideas. This man didn't accept defeat. Instead, he went on to revolutionize the world of animated pictures and media. The company he founded is now worth a whopping $75 billion. His name? Walt Disney. There was a lady who was demoted from her job as a news anchor because they said she didn't have the look for television. Mm-hmm. After that failure, she would go on to own her own TV show. And then she went on to start a company called OWN, which was her own TV network. Her name is Oprah Winfrey. My final example is someone who you all should know if you didn't know any of the rest of them. There was a student who tried out for his high school basketball team and got cut. That devastated him. He went home, locked himself in his room, and he cried. He could have let his failure beat him, turn him away from the sport that he loved so much. Instead, he went back, trained harder, fought harder, and made his school team. Not only did he do that, he went on to become the most recognizable name in sports today. Now he's a billionaire who owns an NBA franchise, and your children probably all own a pair of his shoes. His name is Michael Jordan. As I close, I want to remind you that you will fail. It will happen. However, you have the power to decide what happens next. If you push yourself to do better, better will happen despite the failure. I failed. Your parents have failed. Your pastor has failed. Everybody's failed. There's no one who hasn't failed. That's okay. Get up, dust yourself off, and become great. That's my challenge to you. That's also my promise to you. You will fail, but failure isn't final. Mr. Toastmaster.
You did not fail.